Well, wait for Will to come back in.
Payments.
I can hear him.
Is that?
Who's Roger Colombo? Is that Roger over at Transfer?
I don't know who it is.
Colombo?
He's the only person from the public?
So far.
Call order. Pledge allegiance. We'll all be back by then.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A new chair. I'll take up a collection for a new chair.
Put two more over there.
They've already got like that one.
I think they're all about the same.
Some are better than others.
Okay, roll call. Will.
Lisa here.
Will, I'm Dean here.
Tom Williams here.
Dennis Douglas here.
Cliff Kennedy here. First agenda item is adopt, this meeting for Wednesday, August 12th, 2020, and we're starting at 7:05. You need to approve this agenda.
Or make changes.
Or if anybody's got anything to add in or take out.
I have nothing.
Make a motion, we approve the agenda as it is.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Is there any public out there?
Just Roger, nobody, there's other people that were supposed to connect, but I don't see anybody else
Okay.
like this, so.
About communication for the public, there is none, so. Approved minutes from July 8th, 2020 and July 22nd, 2020.
Well, I have no problem with that.
So, Debbie, when you started, the minutes were pretty short. Now you are making it.
I was
more detailed.
instructed so to do so by the grand jury, and their words to me were, and I quote, "If you don't want all this stuff in the minutes, shut up during the meeting." Quote from the grand jury. Direct
I'd
quote.
like to talk to them. How can I contact them?
All the numbers on the grand jury website.
It looked pretty good to me. We got some.
Your motion?
I make a motion that we adopt the minutes for the July 22nd and July 20th as is.
I second the motion.
July 8th.
No.
No.
July 8th.
I'm sorry, July 8th and July 22nd. My mistake. As is.
I second that motion.
Vote?
Aye.
I will vote no.
I was informed I don't have to vote. by the grand jury. I just have to break ties. Okay.
Well, you're not wearing a tie.
Okay. Good enough for me.
So what were the votes? What did you vote for? Aye?
3 ayes and 1 nay.
3 ayes.
Okay, closed session regarding approval of pay rate for assistant general manager and a raise for maintenance field technician, which I assume is Tiger.
Tiger. Greg did these evaluations on both of us. Do you want me to leave? Since it's about me and him?
Yeah, you have to leave for this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me, I gotta make sure.
Yeah, me,
Probably get
brother.
here. There's nobody public here.
What's up?
Is that?
Yeah, it's just like
Big
so.
We're in the meeting. What's up?
There's a big cloud of
Hello?
coming over it. Thank God it's higher.
Yeah, we're in the meeting.
Where
What's up?
it is?
Yeah.
I'm outside at least an hour a day trying to kill these flies. My wife got a little sparrow that fell out of the nest, and so she brought it back.
Because of that, I determined that that's all.
What's that?
Oh, boarding up the window?
No, the projector.
Oh.
They believe what he's doing there is and selling it to the tweakers. They're calling him a water broker. But he's not going to want to do that. Hey,
Ron. Can't see you, but we can hear you.
we're on the telephone. We're just pulling into town.
We're going to start over.
Holy cow.
That.
Photo.
We determined that there was, Greg was not with the point you assistant general manager. Because if we went along with that, we would have to have an assistant general manager and a general manager and pay both. And we can't do that. The money that he gave you when he did this,
It's $2.
one.
I thought I gave you a $2 raise.
We gave you $1.09.
I haven't given him someone. So my grade
Well-
has not changed.
It's our one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to get a $2 raise
Okay.
for the extra work you're doing. Now, what else was there?
I'm going to give Tiger,
Tiger, $1 or $2?
We assumed that she had a $2 raise already,
Right.
so we gave her one to make it fair. She has to come out with a $3 raise.
yes,
Tiger comes out with a $2 raise.
you're going to get a $3 raise per hour.
Because of everything you've been doing and everything you're doing, and the paperwork and everything else, we want to make sure you're fairly compensated for that.
Unless you don't want it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
$3 convention.
Yeah. Hired. To check something.
I haven't done anything because we just hired him this morning. So I haven't done
approve that in the closed session.
Right,
So that's good to go forward.
yeah, go forward on that then.
But maybe between now and Friday, you might any background checks.
I will.
Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is Martin Del
That's pretty close. I don't know. Oh, we got that?
Where does he reside?
He's new. He resides. He just moved here from LA, so he's new to the town. It's not somebody that's lived here.
So we got the raise is taken care of. The position doesn't exist. Got another guy hired. What else did, I think that was it, wasn't it?
I have a question. If the position, I was having a bad connection. If the position doesn't exist, what does that mean exactly?
It means that there is no position within the water district of assistant general manager.
Means we're gonna advertise for a general manager.
So we got all those taken care of. Now we come back to the meeting.
Yeah.
All right, you got everything done? Yep. All right. So call us back into session. You already did.
Or we already answered.
You already did.
Okay.
Okay, general manager report.
No correspondence.
But
Well, if there's
we already
people
went
here
through
now-
correspondence,
I
there's
know, but
nobody
there's-
there.
That's fine then.
Oh, there was nobody here for us.
Okay. So you want to have the public speak? Nobody was here then because of a bad connection?
Has anybody got any questions for the board?
Not now.
Okay, so if there's no position, then what happens? I'm on my computer so I can hear you now.
We will advertise for a general manager.
Oh, okay.
And then at this time, Debbie's getting a raise and still doing the job she's been doing.
Got a raise for taking on the extra duties temporary, you know.
But I'm still office man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah. No change there.
Okay,
Anything else?
thank you.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah. Nobody else has anything you want to say?
How about a water report?
Okay, I told you we hired this gentleman
Right,
this morning.
right.
Both Tiger and I together. We interviewed him together. Tiger agreed to so.
We're good to go.
On Tuesday, January 21st, the grand jury contacted me to make an appointment to come to the office to check that we were complying with their recommendations from their original report. They asked to talk to me, General Manager Greg Thompson, and President Kennedy only. They did not want to meet with the entire board, so that's why they didn't.
Fair enough.
They came out here in person on Thursday, July 23rd, and spent most of the day. They talked to President Kennedy in the morning and GM Greg Thompson and me in the afternoon. They talked to us about the requirement that all members of the board have a water account and wanted to confirm that we had that taken care of. I assured them it had been. They talked to us about the upcoming grant. They had talked to Daisy Rio from the Water Board about its status before meeting with us. According to her, they are now in the process of writing the contract, which should be done by sometime this month. Okay? After we receive it, we have 30 days to return the signed contract, and then the grant will be awarded. If it is not returned within 30 days, the process will have to be started all over again from scratch. The original grant was supposed to cover replacing pipe all the way up to the Randsburg water tank, and they showed me the plans where it said. Now, because of rising costs, it is only extending to Booster 3. The grant award amount was also increased to $3,900,000 from the $3,200,000. I asked about the website since Director Leacher had mentioned again that it was being done illegally. They confirmed to me that the website is legal and compliant, and they read it often to keep up on what we are doing. They mentioned that the minutes I have been doing do not have enough information. They want it done back to the way the board secretary was originally doing them, with more detail. I was told that the minutes are a record of a public meeting, and that the directors have no say over the content. When they approve the minutes, all they are approving is if it is a true record of the meeting. If the board does not want all of the extra content in the minutes, the grand jury told me, and I quote, "Keep your mouth shut during the meetings."
That is in direct contradiction to Robert's rules.
No, it's not.
And I don't think they know their
Shush,
actual
I'm
rule.
not done. I presume the board secretary gave everyone board packets as the grand jury requested. The grand jury told me that those packets are the property of the district and are to be kept in the district office unless they are signed out by a director. Also, it is a $150 fine for any packet that is not returned at the end of a director's term. Then they returned exactly 1 week later on a Thursday with the sole purpose of seeing RMC Well 4, which is Grand Mining District Well 4. They had seen it mentioned in the minutes after they had been here for the investigation and wanted to see what it was about. That's the original investigation 2 years ago. I contacted John Cruz, who is caretaking the well, and he met us there and opened it up for us. He told us the well pump is worn out, as are the engines, and could not sustain pumping water anywhere. Greg Thompson disagrees with this assessment, but I have no way of knowing one way or the other. The grand jury decided it could only be used in case of an emergency where water could be hauled from it to the towns. The grand jury is going to do their final report on us, which I should have in about a week or so, and they requested that I read it to the board when I get it. They did say it will be a good report and everyone should be happy with the results. James from USGS came out on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, to inspect Prather Well 2. The water level is at 490 feet. All tests were consistent and normal with no issues, so everything is good with the well. Then, go ahead.
She said, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, will you explain in your own words what package we are talking about?
When they give you the bylaws, Robert's Rules of Order.
This book that we all
this
have,
book.
we
Yeah.
have directors.
So we have to return it when we.
Yeah, the grand jury told me it was a property of the district.
Okay. No, I was thinking, what?
Yeah, I know, I was wondering.
Like I said, I had no idea.
I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
When we first got on the board here, we had 297 meters. Now we have 311.
We have new people coming in.
Okay. Last
Yes.
meeting we had 310, so we had a new person
Yeah.
since then.
It's new people, and they started reading meters that hadn't been counted before, and they were added to my program. So that increased the meters. A lot of them are dead meters.
Okay.
Dead accounts, so.
Oh, we didn't gain that much then.
No, not really. It just, the system was updated to show
Oh,
the
exciting.
meters that on vacant lots. But
Gotcha.
we have gotten several new people, so. We can see the gallons billed was 768,724 for a total of 21,527.63 cents. Well, 2 pumped 1,322,500 gallons. Booster 3 pumped 1,002,500 gallons. And the transmission line loss was 5%, and the town site loss was 36% for a total of 42%. And at the bottom is how our bank account stood at the end of the month. We have $242,295.29 in accounts currently.
One question about the water stuff.
Yeah.
Greg was talking about the line where he cut in down there by your house,
Right.
and that line he thought went up the hill. Was it ever determined that the line?
New
was up
system
the
is
hill?
hooked to the old system, basically, he said.
There's some places that are hooked to the old system. There is a line running up the ramp. Doesn't originally show a line running up the ramp that he found. He was looking for a line that he didn't find, that the map showed it was there, and they looked and haven't been able to find it, where he thinks it's tapping into the old system, where he thinks maybe some of this water loss is. So, Tiger would know, I don't know exactly where it is, Tiger does, but they gave up, they dug down so far.
Next meeting, I think it'd be good to have Tiger here so that we can delve into
Right.
some of
Well,
these
he
things.
was supposed to be here on Zoom, because he asked me about before he left, but I guess he didn't. So I'll tell him that he's attending next week.
Yeah. But questions just like that I just asked,
Right,
I'd like to get, have an answer to them.
yeah, he was working on it, so he knows about it.
Okay. Was there any questions about the
I
report?
like the bank statement, very detailed about every check.
It is, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, that was, okay, the audit proposal. Everybody's got a copy of that, right?
Yeah.
Now, I thought we was catching up with the audits.
Let's see,
Are we?
this current audit, we're actually not behind on, it's due by December. So you have time to go over that and decide if you want to hire him. But it's due,
Oh, okay.
it's due December for the last year. That the next one needs to be audited, isn't due till December.
Okay.
So we're ahead, so we have time to look at stuff. And
And now, how long do we got till we have to give them an answer?
I can tell them, whatever. You want to wait till the next board meeting, go over this.
Yeah.
Also, the amount they put on there is just the cap. Last audit, they only charged us $7,600.
And the previous one was what?
Previous one was the 11,000 because it was so bad. But the
So it
one-
went down.
So it went down. They're just putting that as a cap, but that doesn't mean that's what we're going to be charged.
Yeah.
So we want to hold that and talk about it next meeting or talk about it now?
I think we should just talk about it now.
Yeah, I just
Get it out of the way.
When we kick the ball around, more distracted than we need. I'm very pleased with their work and the fact that they come up, talk to us over
Yeah.
the internet, came out and meet with us.
Well, we want to make a motion to okay this.
But we're not gonna be locked in for 2020, 2021, and 20.
Well, you can, that's just the proposals, they're giving you options. So you guys need to decide what kind of option, you just want to do it for 1 year, want to do it for 2 years. It's up to you guys. They're just giving proposals of different scenarios.
That's just all the year 23 to 24.
Whatever.
I feel that we should just stay with these guys. They're familiar with it.
Yeah.
And that's what they do, water companies.
This is gonna be their third year, right?
This will be their
Yeah,
third audit.
Yeah.
If you approve it, they'll be there. They've done 2 so far.
That's just great. Done a
Well,
good job.
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept this company, PDEC Brown LLP, to conduct our audit for 2020.
I second it.
Vote.
Aye.
Aye.
All ayes. Okay,
I have a question. Should I just accept him for the next, just one more year?
Yeah,
Just one, yeah, I would say one more
let's
year.
do it year by year.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I know nobody wants to hear this, but when I was talking to the grand jury the day after the last meeting, they say that we should designate one of the board to be treasurer, or whatever you want to call it, to check with the Alt One and all that stuff.
Who checks and balances, treasurer, basically.
I mean,
Confirm that everything's good.
we got everything there. I don't know why we'd have to have somebody.
I read that also when I was researching some things for the board,
Yeah.
that a member should be appointed for that. But you're right, it has to be done.
So, want to appoint somebody treasurer?
You have time.
And you got an hour or so once a month to come in?
You are vice president.
I try to keep it that way. But let's close it
Okay,
in.
we want to make a motion.
I make a motion that Ozzy serve as the temporary treasurer for the water
No,
board.
it's not temporary.
Or as treasurer for the water board, yes.
What's the term for that? Time-wise?
What did she say?
What's the term for that? How long?
Well, for his term, yeah,
The term expires in November.
yeah, so he would be treasurer until his term expires in November.
As long as he's here, which is at least.
Yeah. So I made the motion.
Okay, I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? No? Okay, Ozzy's treasurer.
Trying to man. I seen that in there.
Dual duties.
I seen that too, yeah.
Board secretary. Debbie's more or less doing all that already. We have any opposition to her? I don't know.
Do you want to continue then?
Steve?
Yeah, I can.
Nobody has any
Keep the status
opposition?
quo then, right?
Okay, that's
For
good.
now.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're a valued member of the.
What about the treasurer?
What's that?
What about the treasurer?
Oh, you value too.
Let's see, consequences, ooh.
Consequences to board members guilty of breaking the Brown Act and for discussing board business with the public outside of board meetings.
Is that a misdemeanor?
Could be,
It
yeah.
says it right in the Brown Act.
Yeah.
And I think it gives a dollar amount for it too.
So I guess the deal is don't do it
Don't do it.
anymore, whoever's doing it.
Yeah.
Or there will be consequences.
I was reading the Brown Act extensively and I came across that.
Yeah.
I think it's a misdemeanor.
So everybody's had fair warning, right?
Yep.
So,
I
all right.
was.
Don't pay.
Bill Pay is a program that I love very much.
Especially when you get a check.
Yeah. And you get to start, Mr. Treasurer.
Oh, thank you.
Council President?
Watch, there's one in there that each person cannot sign because it's too bad.
Right.
The board never checks it. So watch it.
So that's the first time when Brett gave me that activity sheet that I've ever seen that.
Yeah, and she's got more stuff for you. The only thing we can determine is why it was there at the hotel was because of scrapping possibly.
Yeah, that's what Karen was saying.
I don't know how else it would end up.
But I appreciate it.
This is, I had a piece of woodwork over there in the cottage that I had done when I first set up here and started working with the field.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't get mine back. They kept it.
Well, no, they found records and stuff, Annapolis records and stuff, and his baptismal certificate was at the cottage, was at the hotel for some reason.
That's weird.
Crazy. Well, I think I can just grab that. Put them over there.
So I have a question as far as the consequences. Does that mean there are actually going to be consequences if it happens again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
The whole thing is just don't do it. And I was wondering myself, what copy from the grand jury do I have to get back?
So is this the previous
No,
payment?
it's just
The green book.
give it back to you.
The green or black book that you see.
Okay,
This liable.
that'll probably be in December.
Yeah.
Maybe because there was a lot of paper in it
Yeah.
and not a lot of printing.
So was that the old, do we owe him from the old payment or it's the new? The,
This one here on top.
Oh, that's a man,
oh, David,
David
I
Mann.
see, okay.
our attorney.
That's the man. David,
All right.
Cody.
Okay,
So,
any future agenda items?
I have one.
Okay,
I think that the board members should get a raise too. We've been for $40 for 50 years.
Well, the max you can get is $50 a meeting according to bylaws. When Steve was here in 2015, he only got $25.
Yeah.
So that's the maximum?
$50 is the max. Can't go over that.
Okay, well, at least get an extra $10.
It is a volunteer position. I mean, you do.
yeah.
But you know what, well, I thought we would argue in the next meeting, but you know, if you wanna have the quality directors staying on board, not quitting, and keeping with the business, you know, I learned a lot as the time passed. I think it is important to have the board members stick with the board.
I don't think you're gonna get much of a fight.
Yeah.
You know, but if there was like, you know.
Then it would be in a whole other tax bracket and not, you know.
So you get a tax holiday starting next month.
okay, then is there any,
So, we'll put that on the agenda for next week.
That tax holiday, by the way,
what's that?
that tax holiday that they're talking about, the payroll tax holiday, at the end of the year, our district would be responsible to pay all of it back.
Ooh.
So
I looked that up,
I did too.
and I'm not. It doesn't say that in the act that he signed. I don't know where we come up with that.
I know, but I've been seeing that a lot. Okay, again, that he deferred it if he didn't forgive it.
Let's cross our fingers.
If it ends up being forgiven, then no, but if it's just deferred, because deferred means it's just put off.
Well, Clint's gonna call him tomorrow, so
presidential
So anyway,
president.
I'm not starting nothing. He's not calling the president.
No. Please don't,
That's a
please
very
don't,
first.
please don't call me.
Well, we better, if that's true, we better fudge that money to the side somewhere.
Yeah, we better.
Yeah, just hold it.
I make a motion. We adjourn the
I second that motion.
I,
Yeah. This has got to be a record.
close to.